Yes, before anyone says it, I did cut my hair. Let's get that out of the way. I've also seen Skyscraper with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And this movie is what the original Die Hard would be if it were a ridiculous duct tape commercial. I'm not kidding you, this movie appears to be a giant advertisement for duct tape. What has happened here is that The Rock is a security specialist, ex-CIA, sort of or ex-something or other, sort of an ex-cop, as opposed to John McClane, who was an active cop. And he's there in that building, and his children are in that building, which is a skyscraper the size of a city, largest building ever. And, of course, there's something in the building that terrorists want to steal. So there we are. Basic premise, not all that abnormal from Die Hard. And of course, his children get trapped, his family gets trapped in the building, and he's got to go save them. And the entire time, there is actually an audience watching this happening from the street level. Like there's, footage on the news, and they're watching it. And some of those angles, you're like, how the heck would they know that? But it's a lot of crazy stuff. And here's the thing about this movie. It's got beautiful set pieces. It's a really fun movie. And I've actually heard a couple of reviewers say that it doesn't feel earned, that the love this man has for his family. But I mean, if you look at his wife, I would no doubt wish I could run into a burning building to save that woman. Because, I mean, damn, I think she's the hot chick from Charmed, but looks a little, I don't know who she is, but that's beside the point. No, the problem with this movie, the reason it doesn't feel earned, is that, look, this is The Rock we're talking about. He gets into a fight with some dude in the early part of the movie, and yes, they've made it so he's only got one leg, so he's at a disadvantage. But he's still The Rock-sized, and should just be able to whack the guy once with his fist and be done with it. That's sort of the problem with this movie, is that The Rock is so overpowered. It would be like if you put Arnold Schwarzenegger in Die Hard, and now it's like you don't believe him going fist up against a terrorist because he should be able to squash the terrorist like a bug. That's kind of the big problem with this movie. And again, The Rock is not giving us his best performance here. He is a much better actor than this, but the problem is he's playing what we in the industry would call a straight man character. The character does not have a very strong flavor to him, which is kind of like, we'll say Hudson from Aliens. Hudson, he's just sort of a regular everyday Joe. He is not particularly a super soldier, but he's a very capable soldier, as opposed to Hicks, who you might remember as the guy that says, "Game over, man!" R.I.P., dude. That actor's gone. But there's the thing, is that The Rock, he's a character actor from wrestling. That's what he used to do. Now he is not playing a character actor, he's playing a straight actor, and it's a real waste of The Rock. So if he were sort of, more of a John McClane character where he's being the tough guy, and it's like, yes, the friend goes, "I'm sorry, I betrayed you," and then 4 other guys show up, and then he just mops the floor with them. We can believe that, him taking 5 minutes to mop the floor with 5 guys. All right, no, he couldn't. Maybe more like 30 seconds. But still, that would make more sense. The problem is there's not enough character for The Rock to chew on, and then also this is a movie with a very weak villain, and the weak villain detracts from the movie considerably. So, as opposed to Die Hard, you had an iconic villain who didn't need a lot of screen time. In this particular movie, you have a villain that you never see much of him, so you never really care. You don't even know what he wants most of the time, and when you do find out what he wants, he hasn't established himself as an interesting character. Any of his particular qualities are gone. He's just basically a goon. And it's one of the things about the villain from Die Hard. I hate to keep making this comparison, but that particular villain was a skilled negotiator, a great actor in and of himself, and knew how to BS people. This guy, he's just a goon. He goes out there, he shoots things, and he's generally menacing. And that's the problem with Skyscraper. Now again, is it a terrible movie? No, it's a popcorn movie. You turn your head off, you look at, oh, the pretty explosions, and you enjoy yourself. It's not a movie that I think deserves any awards, but if that's the movie, if you want to see an action movie this weekend, and you've already seen all the Marvel movies out there, hey, knock yourself out. Otherwise, give this one a pass, because it's not a movie you're going to be talking about 6 weeks from now, but it's not a bad movie either, you know? I mean, if you had the choice between this and Meg, I haven't seen Meg, but Meg looks like it's the same kind of really cheesy fun, only with a giant shark, so, you know, as opposed to a giant skyscraper. So I'm really waiting for Meg to come out. Anyway, that is just my opinion, and I'd love to hear yours down in the comments below. And while you're down there, would you maybe give this video a like, because I can't make money until I have 1,000 subscribers, and, well, likes will help me get those 1,000 subscribers. So, yeah, help a brother out, man. Try to make a living here. I'm Richard.